Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to show you how to hardwire an existing dash cam into a fuse box. So right now I have a wire running, let's see, along the headliner, coming through here, down there, let's see, through there, then the wire's just hanging right there, and then plugged into the cigarette lighter. As you can see, it doesn't look too good, so instead I'm gonna run the wire along the driver's side headliner, down the driver's A-pillar, down there, and the fuse box is gonna be like right there. Okay, so here's the things you're gonna need. First, you're gonna need a multimeter to determine when the electricity is on and whenever you turn your car on, so the dash cam turns on whenever you turn your car on. Next, you're gonna need a hardwiring kit right there. Let's see. This one comes with this, so you can just wrap this negative wire around the ground point, and then the positive wire you're gonna connect to this thing right there. It's called an added fuse, and in this specific car, and most Toyotas and Lexuses, it's gonna be called a micro blade fuse size. Next, adjustable wrench, or you can use a socket. Just didn't have a socket on me. This is to remove the nut to attach the negative wire on the hardwiring kit. Next, pair of pliers, preferably needle nose pliers, but didn't have that. You're gonna need something to connect the added fuse to this. You can solder, which is better, but I don't have that right now, so I'm just gonna crimp it on with this blue thing. So next, let's see, I'm gonna need some fuses right here. I think you can get away with the 5 amp, but I'm gonna put a 10 amp in here. So you put the 10 amp in the section right here. So if you look here, you wanna put, let's see, you're gonna wanna put the original fuse when you take it out on the left side, and then the new fuse on the right side. There we go. It's attached. Then when you take out the old fuse in the car, put that one right there. Okay, so here's our hardwiring kit. I'm going to connect it to this added fuse thing that we added the fuse to. So basically, all you do is take off this positive thing, the insulation covering the positive lead right there. Twist this wiring. Then inside of here, inside of the added fuse, there's like a little spot for the wire. You'll see it when you look inside. Then once you get it in, take this tool right here, then you can crimp it similar to this little indent right there. So right there. Then you see if you can pull it back, and it seems pretty snug, so it should be good to go. Okay, so this is a Toyota. It's a Highlander. So generally the fuse box is going to be in this area. So in this case, I just pull this lever off. It's right there, and it actually lists all the things, all your fuses. Let's get that in focus. Right there. So generally, let's see which one we would use. So ACC socket in the top right, one of these are 15 amps. Those are good ones to use generally because those turn on whenever you turn your car on. but to double check that, you take your multimeter, and then you're going to want to set the settings to the 20 on the voltage side. And then let's see. Okay, so let's see. The way to check this, so let's see. We're picking the 15 amp fuse on the top right. The way to check that is to go to your car and go to your car in that fuse spot, and then on these fuses there's these two metal prongs that you can touch them on. So right there, you're gonna want to go to your fuse. So you attach your red lead to one of your fuse little metal dot things, and then you connect your black one to a metal point on your car. Then if you have electricity, you're gonna get a positive number right here. Whenever, yeah, so you shouldn't have any electricity when your car is off, but whenever you turn it on to ACC or ignition, there should be a positive number. So let me give you an example real quick. So I'm gonna turn the car on real quick. And then I'm gonna find that 15 amp that I was talking about earlier. Touch the red lead to the metal dot, and then you're gonna find like the metal piece on your car. And I'm using this, there's a metal screw right here, or a metal bolt. Then if you can see, what you should see is this number changed to around 12 volts. So it did turn to 12. And then whenever you turn your car off, you should get 0 volts. So we know that fuse is good to go and tap into. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I run my wire. I'm using an A119S Dashcam right now, so just take this is part of the hardwiring kit, plug it in. Okay. And then run it along this dashboard up here. And run it down this A pillar along this molding. Now your wire is coming out of there. Now that you have the wire coming out of there, you can take out your existing fuse that we determined earlier. So I'm using ACC power, accessory power. Okay. And then take your added fuse. With that spot we had missing earlier, you can add that fuse that you just took out. And I'm sorry, this was a 15 amp instead of a 10 amp. I don't think it really matters because there's a fuse right here that's a 3 amp fuse. So 3 amp fuse on the hardwiring kit, so it shouldn't matter. Okay, now that's in. You can plug this in, and then hide all these wires somewhere. And then take your negative lead and then find a little nut or bolt and then undo it. So in my case I have one right here. You can attach it, then tighten it back up. And then kind of just tuck your wire somewhere. You might want to use a wire holder so it doesn't get in the way of your pedals. It should come with your dash cam though. Okay, now that everything's attached, turn on your car, then see if your dash cam turns on. And as you can see, right there, it turned on. So everything is attached and good to go, and we don't have to run this ugly cigarette lighter right there. All right, good luck.